G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to DCS World with Mags, and welcome back aboard the A-18c Hornet by Eagle Dynamics, and today we are doing one of DCS's missions of the week. Today we're going to do the Tolicha Peak Shootout. So for this mission we fly out of Tonopah Test Range and we're heading up to the Tolicha Peak Electronic Combat Range. The TPECR is a test range for air defense radars and surface-to-air missile systems, both allowing crews to test these systems and for pilots to fly against them. Essentially, it's a seed practice range. Our mission is to take down all 4 of the surface-to-air missile radars that will activate inside of the range, one after another, each of a different type, without getting shot down, and our loadout includes 4 AGM-88 harms in order to do this. Now, Tonopah is a bit of an interesting airfield as it is home to the mothballed F-117A fleet, or at least was mothballed. Exactly what's going on at Tonopah, I have absolutely no idea, and I don't think anybody who isn't involved actually would, but there has been a lot of video over the last 12 months that I've been watching of F-117s flying in daytime out of Tonopah. It looks like at least a couple of aircraft of the decommissioned fleet have been reactivated and are being flown. Now, exactly why they've got them out and flying, who bloody knows? I have absolutely no idea, but I don't imagine it would be too hard to reactivate them if they wanted to. If you strip off the retro sci-fi out of shell of the F-117 and actually look at its guts, it's a legacy Hornet. It's got the same engine, same avionics, same flight control computers, same fly-by-wire system. It's all Hornet underneath. So it's not like finding spares should be overly difficult. In fact, they've just decommissioned the entire legacy Hornet fleet over in the States, so stripping bits and pieces off wouldn't be hard to actually bring these things back to life. Regardless, the coolest part about all of this, there have been F-117s flying in daytime through the NTTR, where there are a lot of plane spotters with a lot of extremely high quality HD cameras with extremely good quality zoom lenses, so there is some fantastic photographs and footage of these things flying on modern cameras that otherwise wouldn't have existed. Anyways, we're just holding position at the moment, waiting for our 2 ship to clear. The first is about to pass over our head. Once the second one goes, we'll get our clearance to take off, and it'll be time to start the fun. Now, the TPECR is not all that far from Tonopah. In fact, we're going to be almost within SAM launch range as soon as we clear the runway. So, we're going to take off. We're going to do an aggressive climb to between 25 and 30,000 feet, and in the process, make sure that we have our defensive systems prepared and the harms ready to rock and roll. And from there, I'm going to be looking for a speed of about 0.9 Mach for the first missile release. Now, the reason for this and not going supersonic is because I was trying to play this relatively realistically, and as I understand it in the States, much like in Australia, military aircraft are not permitted to go supersonic over land unless there is an emergency situation. So even in training, they're not allowed to do it. Now, I may have slipped up once or twice in this, but I did try to play by the rules. Anyways, ladies and gents, I'm going to jump over to the live comms now. I hope you enjoy. Now, the test range has essentially a trigger around it that will activate the first SAM site, so we don't want to cross into that straight away, so I'm going to do a circuit climb back over the airfield here while we get ourselves set up. Angles are good. Alright, master arm on, air ground mode. Stores active down on that page. I want my HSI, and let's get the harms up. Beautiful. Now, 1, and set our countermeasures. save and return, and let's export it to the HUD as well, so we've got our markers. Alright, so the way the test range in this mission works is there's a giant trigger around it that when we cross will activate the first SAM. Once the first SAM site is activated, we've got to target and destroy its radar. Once we destroy that radar, the next SAM will automatically activate, but we may not be able to see it straight away. It seems to be using, I haven't looked at the triggers directly, but it seems to be using the same logic as the Magnum Force mission. So the radars are not always active. Sometimes they'll pop up instantly, sometimes they won't. And each SAM site is slightly different. There's an SA3, an SA6, an SA8, and I cannot remember the fourth one off the top of my head. Now, the last time I did this, it was actually relatively easy to complete. It was a simple matter of flying out to 35,000 feet, and the second each one of them activated, just lobbing a harm at it, and that was really it. This time I'm going to try and do the entire thing from around 25,000 feet, no more than 30,000 feet, and I'm going to try, at least by the last SAM site, to get as close to the test range itself as we can. And at least it looks like we're doing okay on clouds here for this one. The last time I flew this one out, we had some pretty heavy clouds to the south, so while I could see the targets on radar perfectly fine, I had no line of sight directly to the range, so I couldn't see the launches. And that is our first target, and that is an SA2. So we'll just keep cruising in at this point. We're only about 30 nautical miles, if that, from the range itself. What I want to do is make the SAM site commit to a launch, because before it commits to a launch it can potentially turn itself off, but once it launches, it sounds like it's committing. Yep, there's a smoke trail ahead, so you can see the missile launch ahead. Alright, now it's committed for the tracking of that missile, so Magnum, and roll out left. Being an SA2, we don't need to worry too much. We should be on the extreme edges of its range anyway, so it's probably not going to be able to get out this far. And it's picked up lock again. No signs of a second launch. That's alright, we'll pick up some altitude here. The higher the missile has to climb from the ground, the more energy it's going to burn, the slower it's going to be, the shorter its range is going to be. There is our SA6. Just get it right ahead. .085 Magnum. Into the cloud. And I'm not going to be able to see the launches until we're out of it. Countermeasure. Right, SA6 is down, SA3 has now been activated. A touch slow here, so let's bank around, pick up some altitude and pick up some speed, and set ourselves up for our next run. Now, we'll have 2 more launches remaining. 2 down, 2 to go. We've got the SA3, and I think the one after that is the SA8. So we'll take the SA3 and rather than disengaging like we are here, we'll try and stay close and engage the SA8 as close as we possibly can to the target zone. Line ourselves up. I'm going to master caution over here. Inlet ice, of course. We've got bloody inlet ice again. There we go. Alright, master caution off. It's 23,000 feet. There's the SA3. Targeted. And it's locked us up. And it's committed to a launch. There's a smoke trail and Magnum. Let's head for the mountains. Up here, and that's the SA3 down, and the SA8 is now activated. Let's cut around the mountain here, keep it low. Set the smoke trail off the SAM just there. SA8's targeted. Alright, now where are you? Where's the launch? Launch. Come on, commit. Commit. There we go. Where's the smoke? Where's the smoke? There's smoke. Magnum. And lock broken. And impact. And that should be number 4 down. And there we go, mission success. Return to base and put your feet up after a job well done. And hang on. Shit. Brake. Oh. And that'll be the SA6 launches. They don't actually need the radar in order to fire, they've got their own. Which is part of the reason why I wanted to come over here, because this is a hell of a lot of fun. Stabilize. I'm going to retrim this thing. Still trim for the harms, and that's a launch. Brake. Into the hills. Is that it? Alright, I think we're good. But we've got MiG-23s on RWR. No, 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 no. Shits. This surprised the hell out of me the first time it happened. You finally take out the 4 SAM sites. The mission briefing doesn't mention MiG-23s in the slightest. Now, I've lost one of them here. Deal with this one first. Fox 2. Splash. Now, where is that second cheeky little shit gone? Shit, 666. Break. There you are. Alright. Bring it over. Doesn't matter how much you can sweep those wings, 23, you do not enter a turning fight with a Hornet. Fox 2. And splash. And it's time for a little bit of a stall. It's alright. Nose down. Power on. Well there we go. That's the MiG-23s down. The first time they showed up that I managed to complete the SAM sites in a pass, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they got me. I didn't see them coming until they were already... You little turd. You're still alive. Let's get you locked up. Aim 120s. Now, this is why I like the camera on the Tomcat. I can actually do a visual check of the aircraft. At the moment, I'm not entirely sure whether or not he's actually knackered and going to crash, and is just managing to keep himself up at the moment, or whether or not he's actually still a threat. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Fox 3. And splash. And yeah, that's bits falling off. He's done. Well, that's the 4 SAM sites down and the 2 MiG-23s dead, so mission complete. Let's go home. Anyways, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching. As I said during the live commentary, I sort of took a few unnecessary risks with this one, just because I knew getting close to that launch site would be a hell of a lot more entertaining to watch and a hell of a lot more entertaining to fly, rather than just sitting at 35,000 feet lobbing harms from maximum range. I'm actually really enjoying these SEAD-focused missions and performing SEAD doing the SEAD role in the F-18 Hornet. It is a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to the F-16, because it should have similar capabilities, giving us another full fidelity airframe in order to do this with, which is excellent in my opinion. Anyways guys, as always, remember to check the video description down below for links to my social media, my Discord, my Twitch. I've been posting a lot of photos from the air show recently on social media, so make sure to check over there, as well as a couple of short video clips that I took. I'm not going to be doing a video on the air show itself. I didn't have a big camera down there for it, so everything's off the phone, but that being said, there's still some really nice stuff there. Also, be sure to check out my Patreon and my Subscribestar if you would like to help support the channel directly. My supporters are the main reason that I'm actually able to continue doing this at a time when it seems like a load of people just want to destroy YouTube as a platform. I mean, what are we up to this time? I think the third adpocalypse, or the third time somebody's done something stupid enough to have advertisers pull out of the platform. It's kind of ridiculous that could happen in 2 years. And as always, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you would like to see more of this kind of content and you haven't already. And as always, fly smart, fly safe, and I will catch you in the skies.